Hello, everyone, and thank you for watching my Week 2 Multimedia discussion board. Just a quick overview. I'm going to do a high-level view of some of the ethical theories, provide some examples of the theories in public administration, and discuss the virtual theory in public administration. So looking at the ethics theories, they're starting with St. Thomas Aquinas and the natural law. So this theory of ethics and morally holds that the human behavior is governed by inherent principles derived from both human nature and the rational order of the universe. And according to this view, natural law offers a universal moral framework accessible to everyone through reason, and it aims to guide human behavior towards fulfilling their inherent human nature and achieving the ultimate good. And some examples of those is preservation of life, reproduction and family, pursuit of knowledge, societal order and justice, and respect for others. Looking at Kant's categorical imperatives, so this is a moral principle that requires specific actions without any conditions, so regardless of a person's desires or consequences. And Kant suggested that multiple versions of this principle, that there were multiple versions of this principle, and each one of them stressing the universal and rational nature of the moral duties. And those are universal law formulation, which means that the action is okay if everyone can do it all the time without causing any problems. The other one is humanity formulation, which highlights the importance of respecting the value and dignity of every person, and then it forbids you using them only to fulfill one's goals. And then kingdom of ends formulation, which is the idea society where each person acts according to moral rules as if they were the lawmakers in a shared moral space. So looking at Betham and Mill, utilitarianism. So utilitarianism is measuring actions based on the results of the greater good of the masses and not the individual. And if the results are positive, then the action was positive. If the result was negative, then the action was negative, no matter what the intent was. So however, the results need to be greater for the good for the people, not the individual. And I think that it was a great example that was provided in the video this week of you were asked to choose a restaurant for your birthday. You like certain food, but you know that not everybody likes it, so you choose a food that everybody likes. And that's an example of utilitarianism at its simplest form. Contractarianism. So Hobbes argued that individuals recognize the advantage of cooperating with each other over not cooperating, and this idea led to contractarianism, and which involves social contracts where morally right actions are those that don't breach the free, rational agreements that we've established with each other. And additionally, the rights entail obligations, meaning if you benefit from those shared the rights or resources, then you're obligated to contribute to them. So an example of the theories in practice in public administration, I'm going to use utilitarianism as an example. This is something that I personally experienced, and the situation, we were trying to help a resident by pumping flooded water from the street onto open property. The intent was good. The city pumped the flood waters in an unoccupied property. However, the water that was pumped caused damage downstream to private property in the amount of tens of thousands of dollars. So the result was not a good one, and therefore the action was not a good one, even though the intent was good. Another example is Kant's categorical imperatives and looking at universal law specifically. I believe there's a lot of examples where Kant's categorical imperatives can be applied, but by applying the formula of universal law, public administrators can make decisions that are morally sound and consistent with the principles of rationality and universality, thereby promoting the common good and long-term societal well-being. So, for example, the public official in charge of transportation policies, they're thinking about a new rule letting private companies run businesses without safety rules to make more money, but then thinking it over, they realize that if everyone does that for a profit, it could be risky and at the cost of safety. So without safety rules, accidents might happen more often, putting people in danger, making them lose trust in transportation. So following universal laws, the official decides to prioritize safety for everyone's well-being, which matches the moral principles and benefits society as a whole. So looking at virtue theory and its applicability to public administration, I believe it is applicable. And the idea that virtue is doing the right thing at the right time and saying the right things all the time, the question then becomes, what's the right thing? And we would only know what the right thing to do through experience and watching other people be virtuous. And to me, this is more like a mentor, someone we look up to and want to emulate. It could be a city manager, it could be a mayor, it could be anyone in public administration that we look up to. but someone that's an example of being virtuous. And this can be in our personal lives, spiritual lives, professional lives. And if this is all true, then it's definitely applicable in public administration. So thank you very much for watching my presentation. I look forward to watching yours.